First of all, the class is based on the book of Monica Berg, which is Rethink Love. Okay. Now, getting from previous feedback that we received, we always have the edges. What is the edges? People are completely new to Kabbalah, that they hear new concepts and it's kind of deep for them and they're kind of, wow, that's overwhelming. And on the other hand, new people like that been decades in Kabbalah, and they say, oh, I've been there, heard this, heard that. So what we're going to tell people, I think Abigail told me that. By the way, we already said it in Washington, D.C. I said, there's some of you are brand new. So even though you're going to hear new concepts and some deep concepts, don't worry, everything will make sense at the end. We're going to practice it. You're going to get great value and you're going to use it in your personal life. If you've been in Kabbalah and you say, oh, I've heard that, it doesn't matter if you've heard it. It's one thing to hear it. It's another thing to practice it. We're talking about transformation. So every class you take, and by the way, every class we give as teachers, it's an opportunity for us to transform. We know that. So the way the center teaches today relative to the past, as you can see it, even there is a brand new Kabbalah 1. I just started brand new Kabbalah 1. I was actually nervous. I said, that's brand new. It's not what I used to be teaching. Everything that is new can be kind of shaking up the system, and the center is moving in the direction that Karen Berg basically established, is the idea of mind, body, and soul. And Monica continues that. The center continues in the mind, body, and soul. So the way we're going to do the class is, one, we're going to learn wisdom, and we're going to learn deep wisdom. Even though it's for first timers, it's going to be deep wisdom. We're going to involve Zohar, we're going to involve deep stuff. On the other hand, it's not going to stay in our head. We're going to actually journal and practice in the spot. People are going to write down, they're going to talk to each other. And then, of course, Chaim will take us in a journey of meditation and the ability to actually internalize it. And by the way, going back to the Creator, because that's what it's all about. So there are different levels of connections in relationships. You have the physical, you have the emotional, you have the intellectual, and you have the spiritual. Most people, it's all about the physical. Even on the dating sites today, right? You just swipe. Looks good, I go for it. Doesn't look good, I don't go for it. It's nothing to do with the soul connection.
Crazy.
It's all numbers and physical things. Now, you go, you meet the person, maybe there is chemistry, okay? Even the chemistry and falling in love kind of feeling is, we're going to talk about it. It's all about chemistry of the brain. It's not real. That's why you fall in love, but you end up falling because it was complete illusion. You don't even know the person. Okay? It's just chemistry in the brain. So there is the physical aspect, then there's the emotions. Emotions is also something that is temporary, that you feel something, the person triggers something in you, they trigger some kind of lack, you feel lonely, and then somebody shows up and give you some attention, and you feel, wow, you feel high. Somebody loves me. Somebody gives me attention. I was insecure. Somebody gives me a sense of safety and security. So therefore, they make me feel like I'm in love. But you're not in love. You just feel security, that you always wanted to feel security by receiving love from somebody. But that's not love. That's need. We're going to talk about love versus need. We're going to even do the need versus love test. People are going to give themselves a number of where they are at with their love or need. It is going to be a really nice workshop. We've never done this before. It's my Aquarian invention. You're going to love it. It's the readiness, the test of readiness. Are you ready to be in a relationship? And even if you are in a relationship, are you really fulfilling the complete potential in the relationship? And why do you still have chaos? Most relationships have chaos because people don't love each other. They need each other. And that there's a big fundamental difference between the two, and people get confused. So we can align with another person on a physical level, feeling attracted. That's the lowest level. Then you have emotional level. Man, there's more emotions, but emotions are illusionary because sometimes you love them, sometimes you hate them. Depends if you get what you want or need from them or not. So that's what emotions are. Then intellectually, right? We communicate. We like the same things. We have the same thought process. We have great intellectual conversations. We agree on things. But even that is illusionary, because the moment you disagree, there is a disconnection, an argument, and we parting ways because of that. Physical, emotional, and intellectual is not a strong foundation. It's breakable. It's very breakable. And most relationships are based on that. That's why most relationships will end up in separation. The most and highest level of relationship is the spiritual connection. That's the soul-mate connection. How do you know a person is your soulmate? When you see them for the first time, you don't feel like, oh, wow, I get what I wanted. That's what I've always wanted. But rather, you have an awakening to share with that person unconditionally. Rather than receiving unconditionally, the same as you love a child, right? You have the strong desire to love them and give to them, the immediate desire to want to nourish them. That's the soul connection that most parents have with their kids. So imagine that you meet a person for the first time, and it's not about what you get from them, the beauty, the intellectual, the physical attraction, or the emotional feeling that they give you, or they understand me. Nothing to do with it. It's not what you get from them. How do you know you are having a soulmate connection? It's the awakening to share with that person, the awakening to love, the awakening to care about the other person without getting anything in return. And if it's lasting, that's amazing. If the other person feels the same about you, that they care more about you than about themselves, and that's the perfect combination. And of course, we all have egos. Even if that's our intention, we always fall into the ego, and they upset me and so on. Usually a lot of expectations from each other. Expectation is what I can get, and I don't get it, and I get disappointed. That's what everybody has in their relationship. We will explain to people how to tune into the soulmate vibration, the higher frequency, to be able to attract the soulmate. How is basically changing your vibration. That's why it says that there are 3 steps.
This is great stuff so far, Yuda.
Sorry?
This is great stuff so far. Very exciting.
Okay, good. I'm glad you like it. Now, to be in the frequency of soulmate, you have to go through the 3 steps. You have to go through the first step. It's based on Monica's book. It is to be the one. Before you start any relationship, you have to have a relationship with yourself. Self-acceptance, connection with the Creator, to come from a place that you already feel complete, maybe not 100% complete, but you feel good being alone, and you feel good about yourself, you feel strong enough that you're ready to share. Because if you feel I'm empty and I need somebody to complete me, it will come from a place of need. You will be with your soulmate maybe, but it's going to be a disaster. I'm talking from experience. When I was 24 and I met my wife for the first time, we fell in love, but we ended up falling because we just wanted to change each other, because we was just about what can I get from you, and I'm not getting it, so I'm trying to change you. It was horrible. Doesn't mean we're not soulmates. It only means that we were not spiritually mature enough to feel complete with our own selves, okay with my own skin, and then I'm coming from a place of giving because I feel complete. I don't need anybody to make me feel complete. No, it's a big mistake. Most people say, I need somebody to complete me. I'm only half. Yes, in the spiritual sense, the Zohar speaks about it. We are only half soul until we unify with the other half. But in order to unify with the other half, you have to feel like a complete half. If you feel like a complete half and the other person is ready, they feel like complete themselves, then the bond is the bond of sharing and what can we give to each other rather than fulfilling the lack of the other person. So you have to be the one. Be the one meaning love yourself, reach a certain level of self-acceptance, a connection with the Creator, that you feel fulfilled because of your connection with the Creator and not because of your circumstances. Once you've achieved that level, I would say a critical mass, because of course none of us is like completely there, but you have to be in a certain level that you're ready for the relationship. And we're going to do a test to make sure you're ready, which means that your level of love is bigger than the level of your need. You're going to get a score, a love score. If your love score is, let's say, 30, and your need score is 20, you're in plus. You're plus 10, meaning that you're ready. But many times the need score will be higher than the love score. And if the need score is 30, but the love score is 20, you're minus 10, you're probably not ready. Okay, this is going to be a whole test. You're going to go through that. It's going to be, it's very cool. So once you achieve a level that you want to give more than you want to receive, then you're ready. Now, when you're ready, you need to attract the one, and to attract the one, you need to become the person you want to attract. So for instance, ask people, what do you want from your soulmate? And you have to write a list. So let's say I want somebody kind, I want somebody attractive, maybe even physically. Emotionally, I want somebody that cares, maybe somebody that is compassionate. And then spiritually, I want somebody, maybe I even want somebody that is engaged in spirituality, that they want to connect to the light of the Creator. Maybe in my vision, it has to be a Kabbalah student or whatever it is. Spiritually, I want somebody that meditates or prays, or they are mindful, they know their tikkun, whatever. You choose whatever you want to choose. And then whatever you are asking from that person, you have to become that person. So there's basically 100, maybe you've done this, because we sometimes we do it with our students, the points system, that basically every time you do something outside of your comfort zone, you get a point. For instance, you always attract people who are selfish. Okay, why? Not because I'm so sharing. Why am I attracting the selfishness to my life? Is because I need to become more sharing, more unconditional, more giving. So every time you do an action outside of your comfort zone of sharing with another human being, then okay, then you get the point. You want to get to 100 points, and you set to yourself the amount of time that you're going to get there. I'm telling people found their soulmate this way. It's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. It's called the law, basic law of attraction. Now, you want somebody is attractive, even on a very basic level. Oh, I want somebody beautiful. I want somebody that is skinny, healthy, six-pack, whatever it is. Says, well, are you it? Okay. I mean, you want to receive the attraction, right? But are you attractive? Are you giving that attraction to somebody else? I mean, on a very basic level. Okay. So even on a physical sense, you need to develop yourself, have a strong body, have a healthier body, if that's what you want from the other person. So everything you are demanding, you have to do yourself. And again, it's the whole concept of transforming my vessel. If I'm transforming my vessel, I will attract different kind of people. Thinking I want somebody confident, and I have to become that confident person. Said, but I'm already confident. So why are you attracting people who are not? Meaning that you're not enough, confident enough, kind enough, spiritual enough. So whatever you're asking, you have to become more of what you ask. Does that make sense?
Wow. Good stuff. That's good stuff.
And it's very practical.
Wow.
Very practical. Okay, last but not least, let's say you found your soulmate, you already are in a relationship, you've placed your order in to the cosmos, you become it, you attract it, you are both aligned, you meet, you get together. Now what? How do you get to keep it? A lot of people get married and they don't get to keep it. Most people don't get to keep it. Even if they stay married for too long because it doesn't work, and they stay married for the kids, or they stay married because they're afraid of being alone, or because of financial reason, this or that person supporting financially. People stay married for the wrong reasons. And by the way, they get married for the wrong reasons. So how do you maintain a relationship? And again, that's something that we're going to discuss. And it's going again to the love versus need. What is your current level in your relationship? Are you giving or you taking? And by the way, it could be that you give too much and you're enabling the other person, and then there's bread of shame. And by the way, it's also your fault if you give too much. You need to make sure that you also allow yourself to receive. So we're going to identify different reasons why people don't have harmony in their relationships. And again, it's all about the giving or taking. There's some kind of lack of balance. So that's basically the idea. It's going to be deep, it's going to be practical, and it's going to be life-changing. It's going to be amazing. Like our president says, it's going to be the best, the most beautiful event, like never before. So
you have my attention.
yeah, I know how to imitate people. So so everybody says, "Can you do Trump? Can you do Trump?" So every time I say it's going to be great, it's going to be amazing events, it's always like, it's going to be beautiful, like never before. Not like the previous event. It's going to be way better.
One beautiful event.
Beautiful people. I like the Vegas people. I think they're great. It's a blue state. I like it. No, it's not blue. It's red state. I think it's purple. I'm not sure. We're gonna make it red.
Let's now how
Spiritually, I remember Shimon Tzafati used to say in his classes, he was telling the people, you see the seat you're sitting on, it's a hot seat. You could be here today, but maybe you're not going to be there tomorrow. And I think it's a very powerful spiritual concept. At what we're giving now, the people of Vegas, the souls of Vegas, an opportunity to connect to the wisdom of Kabbalah that will change their life. Right now, there's the cosmic opening. The link is open. There is an event. Now it's open. Their soul may have an opportunity of once in a lifetime to change their life forever. So that in our mindset, the window is open. The Rav used to encourage the teachers who used to knock on doors, the Harisha. Imagine every person you're calling, or when you put a flyer out there, or when you post it on a Facebook, you give souls the opportunity. People are fighting for their life, holding the ledges of the windows, and the house is on fire. That's how we need to have that surge sense of urgency when we promote this event, like in a spiritual sense. It's selling out spiritually. The window is open. Forget about the size of the venue. The window is right now open, and it's closing every day. It's selling out. The opportunity, the spiritual opportunity, the window that is open, it's selling out. We don't know when the next opportunity will be. Probably in September, but who knows how much chaos and pain the person will have to go through within those 3-4 months. Think about it. From deep inside, let's do it from deep inside, not just having a nice event. Let's deep inside. People, we giving people the opportunity of a lifetime.
Absolutely.
so powerful.
Ooh, very.
Bezat Hashem, I think the Rav is Karen with us in this project because if we bring light to Vegas, we're really changing the world. We're really changing the United States because this is a huge transformation.
Yeah.